Audio on demand from Vision Christian Media. Want to win in life's challenges? To know the will of God and have more passion for Him? Practical help right now with Tak Bhana and Running with Fire.
Well, I hope you're finding this series helpful on relationships. You can't avoid them. You're gonna be in them at home, at work, at school, wherever it might be, in church. You cannot avoid relationships. The only key issue is how well do you do with relationships? How hard do you work at it? Some of you, as you're listening to me, you're physically fit. You can run a marathon or half a marathon. Some of you go to the gym. You have huge biceps. But the call of the Spirit, I believe, is relationship fitness. So we need to do some workouts in the area of relationships and build strong relationship biceps, because relationship breakdown is a massive social issue. It needs to be preached on a whole lot more, because if we don't get this area right in our lives, our whole life unravels. Unforgiveness is an epidemic in the world, but sadly also in the church. People today are easily offended. You know, for some people it feels noble. I am offended by what they did to me. And you almost feel, whoa, you puff your chest out and say, whoa, I have every right to be offended. Friends, we need to repent of our right to be offended, because biblically it's not right. Psalm 119, 165, great peace have they which love thy law, and nothing shall offend them. If you love God, stay close to Him, nothing shall offend you. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego thrown into the fiery furnace. They came out with no smell of smoke. Can I encourage you and me, whatever pain, hurt, abuse we suffer, with God's help and grace, we can come through with no smell of smoke. No bitterness, no resentment, no anger, no unforgiveness. I've preached at Church Unlimited. I want a no smoking church. We should have big signs all around the place saying, no smoking. In other words, no bitterness, no unforgiveness, no broken relationships, no angst. And I think that's a great goal to have. The reason people can't stay happy is they get offended. And Satan's goal is always to divide people, and his strategy is offense. Often starts with a small offense, one little word that is spoken, but you can end up deeply offended. How did you get to that place? Often a lot of unresolved small offenses, and that's very true in marriage. There's a breakdown there, but it's not one event. It's happened over a long period of things that have taken place together. So the greater the relation, the closer the relationship, the greater the opportunity for offense. Have you ever found this? People who a year ago were so close, now they can't stand each other. Like they were best buddies, best friends, and now they sit on opposite sides of the church or go to different churches. What happened in those situations? Well, something gets into the heart. If it's not dealt with, it grows. You rehearse the offense. You tell someone else about it, tell another person about it, and then bang, it just grows and grows and grows. You come to church, oh yeah, you can sing, you can raise your hands, you can give, you can serve, but inside, full of bitterness, full of unforgiveness. How do you get there? One offense at a time. The good news is this: God is in the business of doing relationship miracles. Luke 17 verse 1, he said to his disciples, it's impossible that no offenses should come, so we will get offended, and if we don't deal with offense, we end up with unforgiveness. A pastor told a woman who was struggling, you need to forgive your father. Listen to this story. She rang her dad and said, Dad, I forgive you. Then she asked her dad to forgive her because of her unforgiveness towards him. 2 miracles happened. The relationship was restored, and then she said, for 15 years, she had non-stop migraine 24 hours a day. Once she saw these relationships out, the next day she woke up with no migraine. Do you know what not forgiving does? It traps you in the past. Forgiveness opens the door to the blessed future that God has for you. The Bible teaches if we refuse to forgive, we're handed over to the tormentors. It's been said, if we're not walking in unity with others, we can't be walking in full unity with God. This year, the days, months to come, I believe God has relationship miracles in store for you.
Tak Bana is the Senior Pastor of Church Unlimited in Auckland, New Zealand. For more information, to make contact or to listen again, look for Running with Fire at our website, vision.org.au. Thanks for taking time to listen to this audio on demand from Vision Christian Media. To find out more about us, go to vision.org.au.